going on? How you doing? I can't do y'all. Just doesn't work for me. I'm not gonna try and force something, fake it. So since I'm bored at home, I decided I want to do something maybe a little cool and different and have you guys kind of get to know me a little bit better. And today I'm gonna give you my top 5 most influential country artists that have had effects on me. Number 1 is Keith Urban. Way back, Keith Urban's Be Here album had just came out and I just got this guitar. At the time, I thought, that's a really cool guitar. I love it. My parents had just got it for me for Christmas. I think it was the You're My Better Half music video. It just came out and Keith Urban had a guitar like so similar to mine. And I thought, holy crap. And that's when I kind of really started digging into electric guitar. That was really my first electric guitar. My first one was like a Sears black and white one, which I still have. Not gonna dig it out now. Buried in one of the cases. At the time, Keith Urban was putting a lot of rock influence on country music, and I thought that was the coolest thing because I was going through a bit of a rock phase, listening to Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, etc. So this guitar and I spent a lot of time together at that point in my life. I don't play a lot of lead stuff now. I do for fun. I have guitar players that are amazing, blow me out of the water. I have a really nice Vox AC30 that I use from time to time here at the house, but other than that, I stick to my acoustic. That whole Be Here album was pretty sweet. I'm gonna make a playlist of all these songs. I think I'm gonna choose 3 songs probably from these 5 artists, and I'll put a link below so you guys can take a listen. It's not gonna be necessarily my favorite songs they do, but ones I think had the most impact on me. Number 2, Keith Whitley. And this is because I actually don't even know what cassette my dad had, but my dad had a Toyota truck. It would be my dad, my brother, sister, and I, who we're within a year apart. Corey's 11 months younger than me. Karina's a little over a year younger than Corey. And we would go swimming in the summertime to a place called Desert Lake here in Kingston. It's just north of the city, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. Dad had this Keith Whitley tape and we would always listen to it. I'm No Stranger to the Rain, When You Say Nothing at All, Don't Close Your Eyes. Those 3 songs really stood out to me. And as a kid, you don't know what singles really are, but those 3 songs, to me, are Keith Whitley staples. He just had that amazing low voice. Cut those. Yeah, not the time, Kyle. Number 3, Kenny Chesney. I can remember around 10 years old and my parents hung out with this guy who lived down the road. They'd play darts and we'd play bingo too. But I can remember one time we were at Dave's house. We didn't have cable TV. We actually didn't get satellite until I was in high school. I don't think we had internet till I was in grade 8. So I can remember being at Dave's place, CMT was on. And I can remember Kenny Chesney's How Forever Feels, I think. And I thought it was so cool that there was like this underwater shot of 2 people swimming. I don't know why, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Kenny Chesney is also like the next 2 artists I'm gonna mention too, is when I look at their careers, they've had long careers and they've been able to sustain these 20-year long careers, or more, some of them. And I really look up to that because you don't really hear a lot of bad press about Kenny Chesney. I think he's got a great business model. He's one of the biggest selling artists. And he's just this cool, relaxed dude down in the Caribbean. 4, Brooks and Dunn. Do I even have to say anything else? Growing up, I thought it was the coolest thing that Ronnie Dunn had the same last name as me. Boot Scootin' Boogie, My Maria. Those are the best. And singing along to it, I mean, I was just singing for fun. I was a kid, but that opening lick of My Maria, that's a staple. Their music videos too. These guys are recognized for major awards and over a long period of time too. And they weren't spring chickens when they had their first single either. I think though, if you mentioned the 90s, Brooks and Dunn, I think my favorite 90s band. Also, let's talk about Red Dirt Road a minute. I grew up off Rural Route 3. We lived on Rural Route 3. I dated a girl named Mary. Number 5, Tim McGraw. Like Brooks and Dunn, Kane Chesney, they've had these super long careers beginning in the 90s. Tim McGraw gets a little bit of flack because he puts something out there that's a little out there. I normally like it. I'm a big fan of everything. I love pop country, I love rock country, I love traditional country. I just love it all. I'm a huge country fan. One of my earliest memories of Tim McGraw was, I love it, where they knock the hammer on the thing, it hits the bell at the top. Also, one of my dad's friends, Tony, was a huge Tim McGraw fan. George Strait, Don't Take the Girl was his jam. So he would be singing it karaoke. Anyways, guys, I made a link down below the Spotify playlist. It's got 3 songs from each of these artists. Not particular my favorite songs of each, but just ones that really stood out to me. Let me know what some of your favorite artists are. What are your top 5s? If you guys like this, hit like, hit subscribe, and maybe I'll do this again. Bye for now.